I'm a carrier pilot. After I damaged my aircraft due to a piloting error, my commanding officer grounded me and put me on the no-fly list. Just as I was feeling down about it, a massive explosion echoed around us. We looked toward the sound and saw an aircraft crashed on the deck. The pilot, his face filled with terror, said he'd encountered some kind of monster that had pierced his engine with a weapon, unlike anything he'd ever seen. My commanding officer immediately led his men to fly out to the attack site. I brought the weapon back to the operations room, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't leave a single mark on its metal surface. When I was about to cut it with an oxygen torch, I was horrified to discover that this bizarre weapon was flying toward my commanding officer's position. Nearby radio communications were jammed, so I decided to ignore the flight ban and pilot an aircraft to the battlefield myself. Meanwhile, our flight formation encountered Japanese aircraft en route, and both sides immediately engaged in combat. An invisible spacecraft was silently observing the battle. Soon the Japanese fighters were shot down one by one, and our guys decided to bomb the enemy carrier. That's when I arrived, and warned them to return to base immediately. But who's gonna listen to orders from a rookie?
Shut down the last stay in your lane, Torres.
The performance gap between our aircraft was too great. The Predator targeted one of our planes and fired a harpoon. My commanding officer didn't give up the fight. He circled behind the enemy to counterattack, but this only enraged the Predator. I noticed my left engine was on fire, so I quickly jammed the throttle with a wrench, opened the canopy, and climbed onto the wing. Just as the Predator's ship came charging at us, my wingman pulled the trigger to draw its attention. The Predator locked onto my aircraft. And I used every ounce of strength to crawl back into the cockpit. Since their weapons specifically tracked heat signatures, a bold plan formed in my mind. We started climbing vertically. Because the aircraft had no insulation, the instrument panel quickly frosted over with ice. Just as the Predator was about to catch up, I ordered the engine shut down. My commanding officer hesitated. He wanted to use his life to buy us time.